Sorry, my friend texted me. Number 5. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, well then welcome to my channel for the first time. For you guys that have seen my old videos, you've probably seen that there's a change in backdrop, and that's because I am back on campus in Austin. Super excited to be here, but yeah, this will be the new backdrop until I go back home for spring break. So I have been brainstorming a couple of video ideas, and then I just got this random flashback to senior year me in high school. I was looking at videos on YouTube about college, what to expect from college, everything in that area, and then I came up with the perfect video idea for today. The 10 things that people don't tell you about college, and this is coming from a highly reliable source. Yours truly, a college senior. But yeah, hopefully this helps you guys out if you're going into college or you're already in college but still don't know what to expect for the coming years. But yeah, anyway, let's get into the video. So number 1 on the list is, yes, you are paying a college tuition, but you're kind of on your own about everything. But basically, when you come in as a freshman, like obviously you're paying for your dorm, you're paying like housing, you're paying tuition. But one thing is, like, there are a lot of resources on campus, and they might advertise like 2 or 3 of their like hundreds of resources whenever you come in on a freshman tour or whenever you come in for like freshman orientation. But the thing is you don't realize that there are a lot of resources that you get while paying your tuition that you don't know about and you could use. So what I mean by this is I went to the UT gym the other day, and I realized they let you like rent out a lot of equipment free that I didn't even know about. So around my sophomore year, I realized there was like this tutoring center on campus, and they gave each student like 15 tutoring hours that they could use for their lower division classes, which I found that out a little bit too late. By that time, my classes were not part of the list, but I definitely recommend like you actively look for these resources. I mean, you're paying for it, so you might as well use it. Okay, number 2 is you can never go back to your high school structure again. My body was so used to waking up at 6 o'clock. School started at 7:30 for us in high school. So waking up at 6 o'clock, going to school for 8 hours straight, having that like 30-minute lunch break in the middle, and then coming back and studying like for 8 hours straight for all my AP classes. Obviously, this is the way that I functioned in high school. I know not every single high school student is like that. But what you don't realize is once you get to college, regardless of how hard your major is or how many hours you're taking, it is like a 95% chance that you're gonna have random breaks in the middle of the day. Like, you're never gonna be going to class for more than like 3 hours straight. Now, if I go to 3 classes back to back, like 3 hour-and-a-half lectures back to back, I'm gassed. Like, that's it. I need to take a breather before I start doing my work. Like, I cannot keep up. So number 3 is FOMO is real, like very real, and it's hard to get over. I never personally experienced FOMO in high school just because my life was kind of consisted of like studying and stuff, going home. Obviously, when you're home, you can't hang out with your friends. And then like on the weekends, I would sometimes hang out with my friends. But the way we planned it was like, whenever everyone's free, we'll meet that one weekend, and I didn't go out every single weekend with my friends or anything. But in college, it's like really different. You're not living with your parents at home. You're living with a friend, like with a roommate or whatever. And I felt like, especially my freshman year, I was so into like, I need to get my work done. But at the same time, my friends would want to go hang out, and my roommate would go out, and I was like, I don't want to miss out. I remember my freshman year, it was so hard. I was juggling 100 things. I was trying to get used to like college life. I was trying to go out and party like every freshman college student was doing. At the same time, I was trying to keep my grades up. At the same time, I was trying to get sleep, and obviously something has to give. So I was getting like 3 hours of sleep a day. At this time, I didn't like work out or anything like that. So I was just eating unhealthy, living an unhealthy lifestyle. For what? All because I didn't want to have FOMO. And something hit me during quarantine, during the middle of my freshman year, second semester, that like something needs to change. And like this last semester, like for junior year, I was like, if I have work to do, I'm not gonna go hang out with my friends, come back and like, you know, be tired the next day when I need to work. If I'm just not feeling up to it, like it's fine. Even if I have nothing to do, I can stay in my apartment and be by myself. In college, not only is it hard to get over FOMO, but I feel like it's really hard to learn that it's okay to just be by yourself. Even if your friends are doing something, it's okay to be by yourself and have some time for yourself. Okay, so number 4 is you literally have so much power in college. And by that, I mean like if you were like, not if you were, you are at home in high school, like you're at home with your parents. There are obviously, if you want to go out and stuff, like your parents, you have to get permission. Sometimes they'll say no. If not, like if you know something isn't responsible, then you end up not even asking them and end up not even going. But like in college, like it's just you, like you're making your own decisions. And like going to college, you're like, I'm gonna make all the right decisions. But then you realize it's so easy for someone to ask you like something that's a bad decision, and it's so easy for you to say yes. And I feel like you kind of have to come to terms like with yourself on what your boundaries are for whatever that situation may be. Number 5, making friends freshman year of college is a lot easier than making friends freshman year of high school. I feel like by the time you get to college, you realize that everyone is coming from different places. Like not even like for me, like UT Austin, not everyone is even from Texas, let alone the United States. Like there's people from all over. Some of these people are just by themselves, or some of these people have just come to this college from like two people from their school. But in high school, I feel like because you're like zoned to a certain district in a certain school, people have like friends from middle school and like elementary school, and usually they already have their groups, and it's harder to like become a part of that group. But in college, because there's so many people from so many different places, trust me when I say this, everyone is nervous they're not going to have any friends. Everyone is just scared, and everyone's just trying to get a group. I like to say my favorite thing to tell people, and they're like, how do I make friends in college? I'm like, as a freshman, walk into the dining hall, and if you don't know anyone, ask someone if you can sit with them, like someone you think looks friendly, like, hey, and not like in a creepy way, just be like, hey, I don't really know anyone here, would you mind if I sit with you guys? Like 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be like, yeah, sure. And that's how I made a lot of my friends. Saying what I said before though, we're on to number 6, which is making friends after freshman year of college is pretty dang hard. Like, I want to be straight up with you guys, I am not sugarcoating anything. After freshman year of college, everyone has their respective groups. And I'm not saying I haven't made any new friends, like we've had more people join our group. It's just a lot harder and a lot more intimidating because everyone else knows each other, and then you're just like, hey, like I'm not the new kid on campus, but like I'm the new kid in the group. But I'm not saying that it's impossible. Okay, number 7, going crazy or going wild or whatever you want to call it only is really fun your freshman year. And I feel like that has to do with the thing I talked before about like having so much freedom after high school. But like going out to parties and stuff like that, it really doesn't appeal that much after freshman year. Like everyone's tired from coursework, everyone's lazy. By that time you've already made your group of friends, so you just want to hang with them like at their apartment. And honestly, like, yeah, you just get lazy. You become more of a homebody every single year. I remember my freshman year, we'd go out every Thursday and Friday and Saturday. But mostly this last semester, like junior year, I feel like we would only like plan something and go all out maybe like once in a weekend or once every other weekend. Or we'd have special occasions like people's birthday parties or parties that people were hosting, but like we knew them. It wasn't like we were just going to this random place because we heard about it somewhere. Okay, on to number 8. I feel like we've done a lot of friend and social setting things about college, but here is one that relates to academics. Registering for classes never gets easy, and it's just such a pain in the butt. So freshman year, I remember during our orientation, we were like signing up for classes, but almost like 90% of the classes, or all the good classes, were full because all the upperclassmen had already registered before we came for orientation. And so I heard like, oh, as you go on through your degree plan, it gets easier, you have an early registration date. While it is true that you have an earlier registration date, it doesn't get easier. I find myself going in the ongoing circle of having to have like 10 backup classes. It's really funny because like my sophomore year, I had like so many credit hours from APs and like taking summer classes and stuff that I was ahead in my degree plan. So I was like, great, I'm gonna have an earlier registration than everyone else, so I'm gonna get the classes I want and not have to worry about the wait list. But here's the thing, the more ahead you are in the degree plan, the earlier registration is, but then that means you're doing upper division classes. So you're registering for the same classes that the juniors and seniors are registering for. And most probably, since they're juniors and seniors, they have an earlier registration date than you. So like the circle continues. You are still fighting for your classes, which like very much sucks because you're like, I am paying tuition. I should be able to pick the class I want. But no, that's not how it works. So number 9 is a lot of what you learn is up to you. Obviously, I know you are paying tuition and you expect it to be like high school where you go to class and you are taught everything and you apply that on like your homework and your exams. But no, like I'm going to be straight up. There are some professors who aren't going to teach you everything you need to know for the exam. Either they will tell you or they won't tell you. So you have to take an active part in your learning and go look up stuff online and learn about it, or go and search up the textbook and read that for like extra practice. Sometimes some professors won't even give you homework. And I know that sounds great, but in college you want homework because you want that homework grade like to be a part of your final grade. So that way, like, if you do bad in an exam, like you have some cushion, A. And B, you want homework to like practice and see if you understand the information. It's really up to you, and also organization wise. I know in high school, teachers are like, oh, like you need this binder and this color and these 2 notebooks and this highlighter. That's not how it works in college. The professor is like, here's a syllabus, here's everything we're gonna do. You're gonna come on this day to lecture, and here's a grade breakdown. Whatever else you want to do is up to you. If you want to sleep in my class, it's up to you. If you don't want to take notes, that's up to you. And if you want to have an iPad or you want to like write down notes or be really cutesy or like write down on random pieces of paper and lose it, they're like, it's up to you. So that can be a really good thing if you're all about like wanting to have something your certain way. It can be a really bad thing if you don't like planning and you were just waiting for someone to tell you what you need. And last but not least, number 10, the big number 10. You don't need 3,000 extracurriculars on your resume like you did in high school. Like, definitely join orgs in college, but here's the thing. It's not like high school. In college, when you join an org, it takes up a lot of time. It's literally impossible to be part of like a million orgs on campus in college. So if I were you, the advice I would give is maybe get involved in like between 1 to 3 orgs and kind of like make your mark there. So like start as a member, try to get a leadership position, try to like be part of a project that makes a difference academically or within the community or whatever that may be, and expand upon that on your resume. Don't forget to have fun with your friends. That's also very important. But yeah, that was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this information proves to be useful. Per the usual, I will bother you with the same 3 things. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up. Comment down below any suggestions you have for future videos, and please, please, please subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss another video from me. And let's see if we can hit 1K subscribers. If you want to see more productivity, day in my life, like those sort of videos, follow me on TikTok at Texasbrownie. And if you want to see my personal life, just fun things I do in general, I promise I do fun things, follow me on Instagram at Ruby. But that's about it for today, so I will see you guys next time. Bye!